If you're a Valley resident, you could be forgiven if you can't really remember Field Sawmill. It's been closed for over a decade, but from 1949 until 2005, it was a going concern in the Comox Valley. That was then, and this is now. The site is currently a sad introduction to our fair valley. Hopefully, that is about to change, and the old mill site will become Kus Kus Sum, a restored habitat for wildlife and people. Partners, the City of Courtenay, Project Watershed, and Comox First Nations have started this process.
The Field Sawmill site came up as a top priority, or one of the main priorities that people felt needed to change. We got in touch with Interfor and found out in about 2014 that they were interested in a conservation solution, and that meant a lot to us. That meant that they were looking for a way that this could become something the community would value again. At the moment, we've got a signed contract that we are going to create that purchase and sale contract, and we've got an agreement that we are going to be working together to purchase this property, to purchase and restore this property.
Many in the valley were very excited to hear the news about Kus Kus Sum. And almost the first question everyone asked, what about contamination on the site?
To the best of our knowledge, it is not contaminated. They do have a certificate of compliance that is actually at a higher level, so they've met a higher level of certification than they would have to have met today, because the standards were higher when that site was decommissioned. So, to the best of our knowledge, it is a clean site, and it has been cleared for the use of marine and aquatic life.
In a process that is outside the regular treaty negotiations, the Comox First Nations is an active partner in this reclamation project. It means a great deal to the community.
Well, I think the site is culturally significant to our people. If you look through our history, it was used, that site, as a burial site for our ancestors over time. We did tree burials in tree boxes, and it's obviously of cultural significance from that aspect, as well as the site that we're actually standing on right now was a fishing village for our people pre-settlement and right through a number of years into settlement.
Even with the certification, this is a costly project, and it has many challenges.
So the total cost of the project is going to be $6.5 million, and we're thinking that's going to take about 5 years to come up with and work with. A lot of that will be coming from major granting agencies as well as the federal, provincial governments, but we are looking for around $500,000 from the local community, $100,000 of which we have to raise before December 20th of this year.
The long-term objective with Kus Kus Sum is to create an environment for wildlife and people.
With my work with Project Watershed, it's always been kind of like a thorn in the side of our beautiful valley, and it is really important to me personally for this site to be restored. I think it would not only benefit the wildlife of the Comox Valley, but also the human community.
I think just seeing the site restored to a natural habitat and increasing the fish that was heavily impacted in our riverway through dredging and industrial use is really important to our people. Obviously, green space is something we feel very strongly about, and the environment as stewards of the land of plenty in the valley here and throughout our territory, it's really key for our people to see that happen.
In the Comox Valley, for Shaw TV, I'm Mark Hanley.